Mohbad's father breaks silence. You're going to watch him speak. And I will do my best to translate because we are going to do this in series. I will do it bit by bit. Let us first of all deal with the part of the DNA. This is what he has to say about the DNA. In fact, here, Mohbad's father is saying that Wunmi, this will be done. If this is going to be the last that you will do, this must be done. I don't want to say if this is the last, like what Mohbad said, like a kind of bad prophecy that your family has been doing this for a long time, but this will be the end. You people, when you take my life, and it eventually happens. So now Mohbad's father is not saying that he is going to die. He's not saying that he's going to. No, he said, you, Wunmi, this will be the last that you will do. If this is the last thing you will do, before you go to jail or by RIP, you will surely do this DNA. The man is speaking with fire coming out of his mouth amidst emotion. What you're about to hear is deep. And like I said, I will do my best to carry along those that do not understand the language that the man spoke in. This is serious. This is deep. Still on justice for Mohbad. In fact, when we said that there is a possibility that Mohbad was under the influence of some diabolic powers, maleficent spirits, demons operating via certain people, they have locked the mind of Mohbad down. I don't think we are far from the truth. You'll be finding out more details that you have never heard before. In fact, I think the pressure of autopsy and toxicology kept the mouth of Mohbad's father shut. But now that it has come to this, there is nothing else that the man wants to see. It seems everything is now out in the open. Let us get right into it. But do not forget to like and share. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe button. I want to say a special thank you to those that have tapped on that thanks button. In fact, you guys have been a blessing to this channel. That's love icon with the dollar sign in the middle of it. May God replenish your pockets. And if you also want to be part of this, you can as well tap on the same button. Justice for Mohbad. Yeah, we are getting there. In fact, what Mohbad's father said is so deep.
Ṣé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo gbọ́dọ̀ dúró torí ìhà tí èmi àtọmọ yẹn kọ síra wa ìyẹn ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni torí ohun tó fi sílẹ̀ ó ní tí mo bá kú wọn ò lè pa gbogbo ẹbí òun ọmọ yìí wọ́n dẹ̀ gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ní tòótọ́ ẹbí ẹ̀ wo ló wá kù ṣé kèmi bàbá ẹ̀ wá rìn dín ní DNA ó wà in the motive of ohun tó pa ọmọ mi ṣé pé tó bá ti ń sàn pa DNA yẹn ó máa ń fọ́ mi lórí DNA ó wà ọ̀rọ̀ ṣì ń bọ̀ nípa yẹn ó wà pẹ̀lú ohun tó pa ọmọ yẹn a máa sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi dádì bí mo ṣe ríre o a tó ra ṣáìsọ fún mi kó tó di wípé iyẹ̀ tó ra ó máa ṣe tí ò bá wá ṣe ó lágbára ju ìjọba lọ nìyẹn so tó bá yẹ pé ó lágbára ju ìjọba lọ ó lè má ṣe ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yẹ pé agbára kan ìjọba kan ló ń darí wa ó pọn dandan mo gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ and lábẹ́ òfin gan right ọmọ yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bàbá ẹ̀ náà ṣọmọ mi ni ṣọmọ ọmọ mi ni ìbéèrè mi ò béèrè pé ìbéèrè méjì mo béèrè báyìí kí ló pa ọmọ yìí mo fẹ́ mọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Liam bóyá ọmọ tèmi ni èmi kọ́ mo sọ ń Liam Victor mo fẹ́ sọ ọ́ pé wọ́n yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ ibi tí ara fúnra yẹn ti ń dé nìyí ìmẹ́ tó sọ ọ́ orúkọ tán gbé wá jìnnàjìnnà nìyẹn wọ́n ní orúkọ ti tán lẹ̀ nígbà tí mo fẹ́ sọ lórúkọ Victor mo fẹ́ sọ ọmọ mi orúkọ mi ni Joseph Aloba Olúwabámiwò tí ó jẹ́ bàbá olóògbé Ọládìméjì Emmanuel Aloba. Mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ lóríṣiríṣi ìgbà. Ní ìgbà tí Ọlọ́run máa yọ̀ǹda ọmọ yẹn fún mi, wòlíì kan ló wálé, ó wá sí ibi tí a ti ń ṣe birthday fún ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ìbùkún. Ó yẹ kí wòlíì yẹn wá ní ọjọ́ yẹn láti bá wa ṣayẹyẹ pé ọmọ ìpé ọdún kan, torí tí bá bímọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ọdún kan yẹn máa ń special fún mi pé kí n ṣe ọjọ́ ìbí fún wọn. So mo wá pe gbogbo ẹbí mi pé ọmọ mi pọ́dún kan, ìwọ tó jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wòlíì ò sí ń bẹ̀. Mo bínú o, tí bá kú bínú ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé ẹ bínú. Wọ́n wá ní kí n má bínú, àbúrò mi òun bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ mi. Ó tó bí oṣù méjì sí àkókò yẹn kó tó wá. Wá bó ṣe wọlé, ó ṣojúṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n sí àbúrò. Wọ́n ní òun dẹ̀ ní ìran kan tóun rí o, pé Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ sọ pé òun fẹ́ yọ̀ǹda ọmọ kan fún mi. Mo wá rẹ́rìn-ín. Ẹni tó pa mí ni pé èyí tó wà nílẹ̀ àti ìtọ́jú ẹ̀ mo bí bẹ́ẹ̀ di ẹ̀ ṣe wáyé. Nígbà tí wọ́n tún sọ mí pé Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fún mi ní ọmọkùnrin kan, ìbẹ̀rùbojo ni. Ó ní ọmọ yìí ó máa jẹ́ olókìkí tí gbogbo ayé máa rí, pé Ọlọ́run kò fẹ́ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi ta mi lọ́rẹ láti ṣàánú mi ni. Mo kọ́kọ́ kíyèsára pé mi ì tí ì fi ọmọ ní àkókò yìí. Mo bá pe ìyàwó mi, ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ, dábàá ẹ tí ì fi ọmọ lákòókò yìí, jẹ́ ká kíyèsára torí mo mọ ẹni ẹ̀gàn náà bí mi lé, wòlíì yẹn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ni, mo ní mo mọ̀ dáadáa. Mo wá ń sọ oríṣiríṣi àwọn tó ti sọ tó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Nípa ìkíyèsára yẹn mo wá bìlí pé ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa lo rọ́bà ìdáàbòbò fún bí oṣù bíi mẹ́ta, láì mọ̀ pé àṣẹ yẹn ti wọlé kí wòlíì tún sọ̀rọ̀. Nígbà tó máa di bíi oṣù kẹrin, torí ó jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó jẹ́ pé tó bá lóyún ó tún máa ṣe menstruate, àwa bìlí pé àwọn prevent. Nígbà tí ó máa tó bíi oṣù márùn-ún, kí ló ń ṣe ẹ́? Mo wá mi kó lọ sọ́dọ̀ auxiliary nurse kan kó lọ ṣe text. Nígbà tó máa padà dé, wọ́n sọ pé oyún oṣù mẹ́fà ó wà lára ẹ̀. Mo wá calculate ìgbà tí wòlíì yẹn ti bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n máa bí ọmọ kan olókìkí ni. Ẹ̀rù bà mí pé owó mo tún fẹ́ fi tọ́jú eléyìí tí asáré tún fẹ́ bí títí oṣù mẹ́ta tó fi pé tó fẹ́ bímọ. Sorry, mi ò prepare anything. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan wà ní Ìbàdàn báyìí pé òun náà máa gbọ́ mi. Wọ́n pè ní Ṣẹ́gun Ọ̀jẹ̀tádé engineer ni. Ìjọ́ tẹ́ wá bí ọmọ yìí ní dédé aago kan sí aago méjì lọ́sàn-án, à ń ṣọdún lọ́wọ́ ni on the 3rd. Nígbà máa gbọ́ pé mo bímọ, mi ò ra fídà lásán. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ló kọ́ fún mi 500. Mo wá lọ fi ra fídà yẹn. Ìbéèrè tẹ́ béèrè ni wípé ṣé bí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn ṣe wá rí, ṣé kò jẹ́ kàyéfì fún mi? Òótọ́ ni, ṣùgbọ́n irú ọmọ tí wọ́n ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún mi, ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn fi ká mi lára, pé ohun tó bá gbà la máa fún láti pé kó kàwé. Mi ò fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣeré, ibi mo sọ di ìkejì mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìran tí ó ti wà ṣáájú. So gbogbo kíní wọ̀nyí tó wá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, ohun tí Ọlọ́run ti kọ nípa ẹ̀ pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀, tí agbára kan tí àwọn ayé kan tán di lọ́wọ́, òun ló ń jà rìnrìn ilẹ̀. Ọlọ́run fẹ́ fi agbára ẹ̀ wọ̀n lórí ìránṣẹ́ yẹn, torí ohun tí wọ́n sọ mí ni pé kí n jẹ́ kó kàwé o, pé ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí yóò mì gbogbo àgbáyé ni. Mo tó kó rìn bí mo ṣe ń fẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, because orin ni mò ń kọ. Kò dẹ̀ sígbà tí mo bá fẹ́ lọ kọrin, mo fẹ́ lè sọ pé ọmọ yẹn gan ló sọ mí dolórin. Ìjọ́ tí a bí, àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kan ṣẹ̀ tí mi ò tún lè máa sọ láfẹ́fẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ṣì ń bọ̀ lórí yẹn. So ìjọ́ yẹn ni mo wá padà sí church. Lóru ọjọ́ yẹn mi ò lè sùn sílé. Wọ́n wá nínú ìwàásù tí mo wá gbọ́ pé kí ni iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe fún Ọlọ́run? O ò ṣe ọ̀ṣà, o ò ṣàkọrin, o ò ṣe anything. So ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn ló sọ mí di olórin. pẹ̀lú condition tí mo wà yìí pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún mi mo gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe nǹkan kan fọlọ́run láàmì pé mo ṣiṣẹ́ fúnra mi so mo wá di olórin torí pé ìwàásù yẹn touch mi ní ọjọ́ tí wọ́n sọ ọmọ yẹn lórúkọ mo wá bẹ̀ sí kọrin àṣé orin yẹn nígbà tó ti pọ́dún kan ló ti bẹ̀ sí kọrin ó wá jẹ́ ìkejì mi torí pé èmi nìkan lọkùnrin so bí mo ṣe wá ń tó fún pé kọ́mọ yẹn débi gíga ó wù mí kó jẹ́ bank manager àbí wọ́n ṣàṣọ pé chartered accountant mo tún mo fẹ́ kó rí ìgbìyẹn so mo wá ń pòṣẹ̀ o gbọ́dọ̀ débi o gbọ́dọ̀ dọ̀hùn bẹ̀tí iṣẹ́ kápẹ́ńtà náà la fi pòṣẹ̀ títí tí ó fi débi pé nígbà tí mo wá rí i pé agbára ò ká mo wá lọ gbàjọ àjọ napo mo gbàjọ yẹn ẹni tó dúró tì mí ọkọ obìnrin yẹn ṣẹ̀ kúrò níbí ni pásítọ̀ ni yíbò ni wọn ló dúró ó gba napo yẹn fún mi ó gba tàkáǹtì ẹ̀ ó tún lo ẹlòmíì ó tún gbà ó di mẹ́ta ó wá kó fẹ́mi nìkan kí ló fún yín ní assurance kí máa sanwó I trust you now you are working now so obìnrin yẹn ló gba owó yẹn fún mi láti jẹ́ kó bọ́ sí ìlànà tí mo fẹ́ láti pé kó kàwé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí mo ti gbọ́ ni mo fi ń push ẹ̀ débẹ̀ kò lọ sílé ìwé government láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ private ni mò ń fi sí pé kó lè débi tí a fẹ́ kó dé kó tó di wípé ó lọ sí polytechnic ó dẹ̀ lọ́dún méjì ń bẹ̀ nínú ọdún méjì tó lò ṣùgbọ́n nínú ìrora nínú wàhálà ìjọ́ tó máa dé gan irinṣẹ́ tí mo fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ mo lọ tà ni tí mo dẹ̀ ní ìpinnu pé tó bá ti ṣe IT ẹ̀ tán òun padà sí iléèwé ṣùgbọ́n nínú IT yẹn àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tán ti bá ríṣẹ́ even báǹkì yẹn náà mo ṣáà ń fẹ́ kó wọ̀ àwọn tó bá ríṣẹ́ yẹn dádì ẹ̀ ní sùúrù òun yìí máa ṣe commercial ló ṣe banking ni ohun tó read so tí mo dẹ̀ believe pé ó máa tẹ̀síwájú nínú ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn so gbogbo mo gbìyànjú kó ṣe nǹkan tí mo ní kó ṣe àwọn máa sọ fún mi pé dádì mi nínú orin yín mo máa kọ́ nílé ìwé lénìí ìgbà tí mo kọrin yẹn ó ní wọ́n máa fún mi lóúnjẹ wọ́n á máa kọrin o wọ́n á máa kọrin mo tún wò pé ohun tí mo ṣe èmi gan ò tí ì lórúkọ ìwà dẹ̀ máa kọrin tó bá máa kọrin gospel ni kò máa kọ o wọ́n ní dádì ẹ jẹ́ kóun change kóun máa kọ hip hop tó bá dẹ̀ ń kọ hip hop máa fi gospel díẹ̀ sí o ó náà ti gbọ́ ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni ẹ o wọ́n ní kó máa wàásù ó ní nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tóun bá ń sọ wọ́n á mọ̀ pé òun wàásù so mo tún wá sọ fún mi pé don't try to be someone be yourself in anything bóyá má copy ẹnikẹ́ni o ohun tó bá ti mọ̀ ṣe kó lè padà ní frame ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la mo gbìyànjú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ yẹn mo máa fi ń yẹ létí dádì ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tẹ́ fẹ́ kọ́ máa kọ́ fún yín dádì ibẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀bí ṣe ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ṣe wọ́n pé mo ti ń pè sí ìlànà yẹn pé ok nígbà tí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì bá tiẹ̀ wá délẹ̀ wàá di ipò tó dáa mú torí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ̀ ò regular bó ṣe ń lọ mo even aṣọ ègún àbélé mo ti rán lọ fún tó bí ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì kò wọ̀ ìgbà míì á wọ̀ ìyàwó ẹ̀ ń wọ̀ tiẹ̀ torí mi náà mo lọ rán fún ẹ pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ torí ohun tó kọ́ lára mi ó yẹ kó lè jẹyọ kán lè mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀dá báyìí nìyẹn so mo gbìyànjú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ yẹn náà mo tún lẹ̀ mọ́ létí pé o gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe o ẹ̀ dáàdi òkú díẹ̀ òun ti ń ṣe nínú orin òun kémi lọ gbọ́ orin dáàdi bóun ṣe ń ṣe yìí òun ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn even orin tó release last àjọkọ orin yẹn ni.
Welcome back. If I say this world is deep, just believe me, the world is really deep and wicked. Very much wicked. Well, still on justice for Mohbad. Mohbad's father said that DNA is a must. And he said he will be failing Mohbad. And not just Mohbad alone, that it is the right of that child to know who the real father is. At least that name, that surname that child is going to bear, which came from him. He believes that it is his right as a grandfather, alleged grandfather, to know if that child is truly his grandchild. Apart from culture and tradition, how can you just give out a surname to a child that you're not sure is from your family. He said DNA is a must. And moreover, in fact, not moreover, more importantly, is saying that that DNA, paternity, and that Liam is the reason why Mohbad passed away. He said there is a lot of things linked to it. A lot of things linked to it. How so? He said there are certain things that Mohbad had told him when he was alive. And he had observed Mohbad. He just could not understand what was wrong with him. Like, it's as if this guy will come to me and start whispering, as if people are around listening to us. No one is listening to us. Why is this guy acting out of constant fear? Is it just the bullying, or is there something else? According to him, he said that his conclusion is this: Mohbad was under the influence of some diabolic, wicked powers, and that Wunmi and her family are behind it. He made it clear this way. He said it's like something is wrong with the mind of my child. Like they will lock down the mind of my child. He will not be able to process or decide on what to do or the right decision to make. And this is how he started running from pillar to post. Like, there is something wrong. I need to make sure that everything is right. Why? Because of the prophecy that, like a vision, he has been, like foretelling, he has been told by his own brother, who is a prophet, that Mohbad is going to be a great child. Mohbad was not born then. He said he already had the first child, and financially things were not okay with him. He was even angry with his elder brother that did not come for the 1 year birthday. He was so angry, like, uncle, I'm sorry, my brother. And it could even be his uncle, but he said it's his brother anyway. You know, people call them my brother, even if it's uncle. Yeah, it's your brother. But he said my brother eventually came. When he arrived, I said, why didn't you come? He said he's sorry. After 2 months, he came and he said he did what he needed to do, meaning gave him money and whatever he needed to do as a family. And said, I saw a vision when I came in here. There is a child that God has decided to release to your family. This child will be known all over the world. This child will put a smile. In fact, this child will turn things around. This child will turn the course of events in this family. Let us just break it down. This child will solve that thing called poverty. This child will press it down, twist the neck of poverty, and break it in this family. So he went on saying that when he was told by this prophet that he's going to have a son, he was worried and scared. Why? Because he does not even have enough money to give the eldest, that is the Bukun, that's her name, the first child, the first daughter, a good birthday, a 1 year birthday. That financially he was tight. So he said, another child, we have not even finished sorting out this one. You are telling me to do something more. No, I want to manage this one. But the man said, you have to. This one is right by the corner there. Get this boy into this world. He did. Now, he said there is something peculiar about Mohbad's mother, that even when she's pregnant, she often has this, I don't know what we'll call it now. She's, according to him, Mohbad's mother still menstruates, but I don't think it's menstruation per se. Maybe a little bit of, or a little bit more of spotting or something like that. Something like that. But I don't want to go into the science of it. That's not what I want to talk about. He said he did not even know that whilst they were busy celebrating the 1 year birthday, Mohbad's mother was pregnant already with Mohbad. So after a while, Mohbad's mom was having this fever symptoms. So she went to the hospital Lo and behold, she's 6 months pregnant. Can you imagine? Now, if you talk about 6 months, I'm sure you will say her stomach is supposed to be like visible that she's pregnant. Maybe not everybody, this life is full of mystery. But I don't want to go into the calculation of the date. It's not our business. I'm just going to tell you what he's saying. According to him, he said he knew already that there was going to be battles. Apart from him not financially okay at that time, he knew that there will be forces that will go against Mohbad, and it will come in different forms. It will be different. I mean, human faces will be used to make sure that they put an end to this glory, to this great child. So he said because he knew, he made sure that whatever it is that it will take, he was ready, willing to go all the way to make sure that this dream and vision is fulfilled. Well, and that they have told him that Mohbad must be educated. If he's to be global, he has to be educated. So he said he did all his best to make sure that Mohbad is educated, that he wanted Mohbad to be a chartered accountant. And apart from that, he was told that Mohbad is going to be a servant of God. When they say servant of God, you might be a musician singing the praise of God. You might be an evangelist going around talking about the gospel, or you might open an orphanage. You are still doing the work of God. You just something for humanity. It could be anything, but he knew that there are going to be challenges. So he made sure that he tightens his belt to make sure that nothing. That's why he had to go extra mile, like loaning money to make sure that Mohbad is educated.
Ìyá Mohbad jẹ́ ẹni tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí gan. Mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ gan. Nígbà tí abí kìíní, abí kejì, ìfẹ́ wa yẹn pọ̀ tó dé pé ní àdúgbò tí mo wà, wọ́n máa ń pè wá lórúkọ mọ́mí, dádì, torí mo tún mú wọnú akọrin, aṣọ kan náà làjọ ń wọ̀. Ẹnìkan kò síbi tí mo lọ, àjọ ń káàkiri ni. Ibi tí bá tún fẹ́ lọ kọrin, òun gan tún máa wà nínú àwọn tí wọ́n bá mi kọrin. So àjọṣepọ̀ wa tight gan. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó àkókò kan ní ọmọ tí a bí yẹn, ó ti pé bí ọdún 5. Ó wá di wípé àwa ń wojú Ọlọ́run pé ká bí ìkẹta. Àwọn èdè kan wá ń jáde lẹ́nu pé ṣé kìí ṣe pé o máa níyàwó mi báyìí, ṣé kìí ṣe pé kinní kan máa ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, ṣé kìí ṣe pé ó sún tó jọ èmi àti ẹ ti jọ wà. Ọlọ́run ṣàdá wa lóhùn, àlóyún ìkẹta àdẹ̀bí. Àdúrà yẹn ó jẹ́ ọmọ tó yẹ pé n fẹ́ lè sọ pé ní tó bá sọ pé wọ́n ń ṣe ìkómọ ọmọ láyé tí ẹ tayọ ní àbúrò tán bí lé Mohbad. Gbogbo ara mo fi ṣe kó mo pé àbí ìkẹta. So pátá wá bímọ kẹta ni àwọn sọmọ́nì bẹ́ẹ̀ sí ń lọ́tírín sọ̀mà. Ibẹ̀ ni mo ti padà sí pókè ìpè Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n ní kí n lọ síléèwé. Mo dé lọ síléèwé theology. Ṣé mọ̀ nípa lílọ sí school yẹn, àwọn àyè kan máa sílẹ̀ kì í ṣe full time láti lọ. Mo ti dé ní ọ̀sán, mo tún padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ mi. So ó ń mú kí àwọn kankan ní àkókò yẹn. Ní àkókò yẹn ni ìfẹ́ bẹ̀ sí ń yòrò. Tí mo wá wò pé kí ló lè fà á kí n kọjá lọ. Mo dẹ̀ jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ń funra. Mo kò kọjá lọ níjọ́ kan ni mo rí àwọn ọkùnrin wọn péjọ. Wọ́n wá ń kí mi. Kíkí yẹn bọ́ sí ìkí ìfunra. Irú kíkí wo ni àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí ń kí mi? Ẹ̀mí tó wà nínú wa ní mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ bínú o kí n bá lè rí ìdí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Èmi gbà pé mi Ọlọ́run ló bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Mo wọlé, mi ò sọ anything, ṣùgbọ́n tí bá ń ti rántí wọ́n ṣe kí mi, mo wá bẹ̀ sí fúnra. Mo wá ń wo àwọn tó kí mi yẹn, mo wá ń wò wọ́n níwò ọ̀tọ̀. Ọjọ́ kìíní, ọjọ́ kejì, ọjọ́ kẹta. Àwọn ohun tí ìyàwó mi ò kì í ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, ó wá ń ṣe. Ìfúnra yẹn wá dọ́bù. kì í ṣe gbogbo aṣọ kọ́là ń sá lórùn tó bá dàbí òwe. Bí mi mọ́ mo ṣe lè ṣe illustration yẹn fún yín, bí àwọn ìkíyèsí nínú ìwà, ohun tí ò kì í ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ò ń ṣe ìwà ẹ̀, mo kàn déédéé rí pẹ̀lú kíkí tán kí mi, wá ìfúnra yẹn wá dọ́bù. Mo dẹ̀ jíyàn kan tó pé ẹ̀bùn tí mo ní ni pé Ọlọ́run á máa fi ìran wọ̀n mi tí n bá sùn. Àwọn ohun tí mo wá rí, mo wá pè é wá, àwọn ìran báyìí mo rí sí ẹ o, nǹkan báyìí mo rí sí ẹ o. Ohun tí mo wá rí sí yẹn, a wá fi mí lẹ̀, a lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn onímọ̀ míì. Àwọn wá ń túmọ̀ ẹ̀ fún pé ọkùnrin yìí ó ti níyàwó mi o, tí ò dẹ̀ sí tó jọmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, bẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń wo ti ọjọ́ iwájú. Nígbà tó wá dé àyè kan níbi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń wọ̀ṣẹ̀, ṣe pé tí tàbá fúnra síra wa àti lè múra ó máa difficult, but ìfúnra ti wà, ìkíyèsí mi ti wá ó ti monitor pé kíyàn jáde kí wà àkókò tó dé. Ok, mo dágbére pé mo lọ sórí òkè fún ọjọ́ 3. Mo dé orí òkè, ohun tí mo gbọ́ ni pé kí n padà sílé pàdúrà mi ti gbà. Mo dẹ̀ délé mi ò bá yàwó mi. Ṣé ti rírun àwọn fúnra yẹn pé ó sọ fún mi pé òun jáde, tí ọkùnrin tó rí ẹ̀ bá pé ìjọ ló plan eléyìí láti ṣe léyìí tí ò dẹ̀ kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Àwọn ìfúnra mi yẹn ó ti wá lemọ́ gan, tí mo wá rí pé nǹkan kan gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀. So ọjọ́ tí mo wá fúnra pátápátá, àlá tí mo wá lámọ́jú, ṣé yẹ kíyàn lálàá lójú àlá kó wá mú ṣẹ lójú ayé, wọn ni máa sọ pé ṣé kì í ṣe pé yá nǹkan ṣe ni. Mo wá pinnu pé lórí ohun tí mò ń rí yìí, màá gbìyànjú kí n ṣe bí ọkùnrin. Kò lálàá yẹn mọ́jú pé wọ́n pààrọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo wá kó ẹrù ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n pààrọ̀ ẹ̀ lójú ìran mi. Mo bá gbé báàgì, mo bá gbé sí passage, ó sin ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ. Nígbà tó máa dé, ta ló gbé ẹrù síbí? The next tó máa béèrè ni wípé ó wá pe ọmọ tó dolóògbé pé ta ló wálé nígbà tóun ò sí nílé. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọdé, ọmọ bíi 6 years going to 7 years, wọ́n ní bọ̀dá Àbáyọ̀mí ó wálé. So bó ṣe pè nìyẹn fún bàbá ẹ̀, fún màmá ẹ̀, orúkọ tí ọmọ yẹn dá yẹn nìyá ìfisẹ́nu pa mí o, kí la gbé kí la jù. Ìkan náà ọmọọṣẹ́ mi ni, ṣe ọmọdé àtọ́ ló wálé nígbà tó ń wò sí ilé, ó bìí pé nìkan fún mi ní information kan. So bí ọmọ yẹn sọ pé ẹni báyìí ariwo yẹn ló kọ́kọ́ pa lọ, tí ariwo Àbáyọ̀mí kí la gbé kí la jù. Ok, ẹrù wà ń bí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyàwó mi tí èsì kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ajá ṣe ló yẹ kó gbé ẹrù yẹn wọlé. Ó yẹ kó gbé ẹrù yẹn, èmi ló yẹ kó máa bá kí ló bẹ́ẹ̀ tí Àbáyọ̀mí pa mí yẹn, ó tún ti tẹ́ sí nǹkan mi létí mi. Ok, tó wáyé pé passage lẹ́rù wà tó pariwo Àbáyọ̀mí pa mí, ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́rù bọ́ sẹ́ǹkùlé, bá kó sẹ́ǹkùlé. Ibi tí ariwo ti wá ń lọ, mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbọ́ pé ṣóṣẹ́ mọ̀ ni, ṣóṣẹ́ sọ jí ni, àtàwọn tí mo fúnra sí ń jọ́ sí ṣóṣẹ́ mọ̀ ni. So ibi tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gbọ́ gbogbo àwọn àṣírí oríṣiríṣi àṣírí, wọ́n á wí pé ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run tó ń túmọ̀ fún mi lẹ́yìn pé yes, ẹ̀mí yẹn Ọlọ́run nítòótọ́ ó fara hàn mi. So ibi tí separation ti wá ni. Mo jẹ́ èèyàn kan tó yẹ pé mi ò ń bínú, but tí ìbínú bá dẹ̀ dé, èèyàn á rí ní ojú mi. Ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀, ìjà tó dẹ̀ ti ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn nípa jẹ́ kí n sọ pé bóyá wọ́n press ní àkókò yẹn. Lady kan ló kọrin tó yẹ pé tíyàn bá wo ìmúra ẹ̀, gospel náà ló kọ. Irú aṣọ tó rán nínú ijó tí wọ́n jó ń gbà yẹn, ẹ jẹ́ kí n dárúkọ, tí n bá dárúkọ gẹ́yìn ṣe kò ní dàbí ẹlẹ́yẹlé. Èmi Àbáyọ̀mí kò wá gbọ́ bí wọ́n bá. So irú ijó tán jó, irú àti wọ́n wù, irú aṣọ tán wọ̀, ó wá lọ rán irú aṣọ yẹn. Ṣe pé ẹni tí tán gé lọ́wọ́ tó ń bọ̀ òrùka, ó fẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ mi láti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀. Mo ti rí pé gbogbo tí mo rí lára ẹ̀ pé kò sí ẹni tó fẹ́ kò submit, inú ìgbéraga ló wà. nínú sísọ̀rọ̀ sí yẹn ó fa bí ìgbájú ní àkókò yẹn. So ó di pé àwa gbọ́ tara wa mọ́, mo wá kó àwọn ọmọ yẹn, wọ́n ìkéré mo bá kó wọn lọ sọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Nígbà tó máa fi lo bí oṣù kan, àwọn ọmọ yẹn ló ń pariwo dáàdì mi ẹ wá mú wa o, ẹ wá mú wa o. Nígbà 2020 on the 5th 2020 ní ọjọ́ tí màá kọ́kọ́ fojú mi kàn pé Mohbad mú ìyàwó ẹ̀ wá, a dé pàdé ní church. 2020 on the 5th ìjọ́ tí màá kọ́kọ́ fojú mi kàn pé ó mú girlfriend ẹ̀ wá o. A dé pàdé, kí ló wá ṣe ní àkókò yẹn ni pé ó wá ṣèdúpẹ́ pé birthday òun on the 3rd òun ti ṣe, dáàdi òun wá ṣèdúpẹ́ ní church. So ìjọ yẹn ló wá sọ fún pé ẹni tí òun fojú sọ́nà sí nìyí o láti fẹ́. Mo dẹ̀ kí wọn, ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ àkọ́kọ́ tí màá kọ́kọ́ pàdé ẹ̀ torí gbà tí mò ń gbọ́ sọ pé àwọn ti wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ fún 10 years. Ìmọ̀ tó ti rí 10 years o, ọmọ yóò dẹ̀ kúrò nínú ilé mi bíbá yìí o, láàárín ipò ti school dé, ṣe pé ó ti lò bí 2 years in school. Nígbà tó dẹ̀ máa dé, ó wá di pé ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀, ìyẹn ló fi súnmọ́ prime boy. Ìjọ tó máa dé gan ìtàn eégún dádì mélòó la fẹ́ kà, torí ìjọ tó dé láti school pé máa bọ̀ ìjọ ìmọ̀ta grandi tí mo fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá, mi ò lè fẹ́yàwó fún un tó wù ló mú wálé. Tèmi ni pé kí n tọ́ wọn sọ́nà gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá. Òye tèmi dẹ̀ ń wò ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wípé ọmọ yìí ó ṣàrọ́wọ́ fi sẹ́nu, mi gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gìràgìrà, but mò ń wòye irú ọmọ wo ló jẹ́. Ó ti ń múnú bí mi ní àwọn àkókò kan torí ìṣesí ọmọbìnrin yẹn àti ìjà tán máa ń jà ní gbogbo ìgbà. Dádì mi o, ọmọ ẹni tí ṣẹlẹ̀ o, ìyàwó mi ti kúrò nílé o, ó ti even ní àkókò tí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ ṣe introduction tó jẹ́ engagement torí ó ti wà nínú oyún. Introduction yẹn mo believe pé a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe introduction yẹn. Mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn òbí ẹ̀ kí n lè rẹ́ni tí máa fẹjọ́ sùn. Mo ti mọ ìyá ẹ̀, mo ti rí pé ó ní kébékébé ní ìyá. Tí bá tiẹ̀ rí bàbá ọmọ yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin sọ́kùnrin, màá lè rẹ́ni tí máa fẹjọ́ sùn. Nígbà mo débẹ̀, bí èrò ṣe pọ̀ tó ládùúgbò yìí, ọ̀gá akọrin ni mí ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì mo wà. Mi ò mú ẹyọ ẹnìkan dání torí introduction lèmi pè é. Mo kàn sọ fẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó wà nítòsí mi, ẹ já lọ. Mi ì má búrẹ́, mi ì mọ anybody dání. Nígbà mo dẹ̀ dé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sọ pé engagement ẹ̀yin bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn o, bẹ́ẹ̀ kì nìyẹn o, gbọ́dọ̀ di ìyá ìwọ ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, ìgbà ó lóró sà, èmi nìkan àti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ló wà nínú occasion yìí. Mi ò mọ̀ pé ìyá Mohbad ti pé gbogbo ẹbí tiẹ̀, a ti rí gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ rà sí pé àsí ní ibìkan náà. Àwọn tí mo rí yẹn ló ń yà mí lẹ́nu, mo wá ń pè gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tí a jọ bí mo pẹ́ wá báàgì tó tiẹ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yìí gbé sílẹ̀ kí n tiẹ̀ bá gbé dání torí ohun tó mú orí bẹ́ẹ̀ tí mo wá fẹ́ fà mọ́ra kí n tiẹ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́ àìrọ́ o báàgì yẹn ṣe gbélé o. Ó bá yá ilé àná yá, mo rí oríṣiríṣi mọ́tò tó kó dé. Ìwọ ọmọ yìí dádì ẹ tún ti dé nìyẹn, ẹ tún ti dé kọ́ nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ó yẹ kí n ti wà wí ẹ̀. Bá gbé agbádá tèmi fún, bá gbé sọ́rùn, nígbà tí ń ṣe mi kó mo fẹ́ lọ náwó. Nígbà tá a dé ojú agbo, èmi náà ni wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ará Èkìtì wá o, ṣe bóyá ká tó bí 5 sí 10 lójú agbo. Èmi àti etí mi àtẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn ní ará Èkìtì wà mí tó pé gbogbo tí wọ́n ń ṣe ó bá mi lójijì. Ṣùgbọ́n ọmọ yìí jẹ́ ọmọ tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, ní tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ n gbọ́dọ̀ bá fẹ́ kí n lè exchange number pẹ̀lú àna yẹn, ó pẹ̀lú introduction tí mo believe pé mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe. Nígbà tá a dẹ̀ exchange number gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn tó ti ń dùn mí lẹ́dùn ọkàn, kí n sọ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn mi fún bàbá ìyàwó. Ẹ gbọ́ wọn náà wọ́n gbọ́ sí 2 acres of land, wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ rà, àwọn gbọ́ sí ìgbà táwọn gbọ́ wọ́n ní kí ọmọ yẹn wálé so that bóyá ibi tán fẹ́ tà ní 30 wọ́n lè torí tiẹ̀ kan tà ní 20. Wọn ò gbọ́ jù yẹn lọ. mo ní wọ́n ti rà á, ìyàwó yín ló bá wọn rà á. Nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ mi wá ń di pé tí bàtà bá ti ń dún ó fẹ́ ya nìyẹn, bí bàbá ò ṣe gbé kọ́ mi mọ́ nìyẹn, wọ́n bá block line lórí pé ilẹ̀ ọmọ mi 2 acre wọ́n ló wà ní ẹ̀pẹ́ ń bẹ̀ yẹn, mi mọ ibi tó wà, dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì ọwọ́ ìyàwó ló wà. Nígbà tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ yẹn náà fi fún mi ní ẹyọ kan tó wà ń gbẹ̀rígbẹ̀ pé ẹyọ kan rẹ̀ ń bá kó gbogbo dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì rẹ̀ ń bá kó lé mi lọ́wọ́. 2 acre yòókù ńkọ́? Ibi tí ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀bí yẹn ti wá ń bà mí nìyẹn, ó wá di màjàmọ́sá. Wọ́n á wò wọ́n pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín. Mohbad wá ń pè mí dádì, tó bá ti wà báyìí a ní dádì ẹ gbàgbé ẹ, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti kèmí àti ẹ̀ níwájú Ọlọ́run tí mo sìn, dádì mi ẹ má gba ilẹ̀ mi wà lọ́wọ́ wọn o. Ìwọ ló ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, ìgbà tí apọ̀ yẹn ò ṣe lóhùn yìí káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ohun tó ń pass through. Nígbà tí mo ń béèrè ilẹ̀ tí ìyá ìyàwó lọ pe àfáà lé mi lórí, tán pe àfáà tán pé gbogbo tán pe conference pé wọ́n ní ilẹ̀ yẹn kìíní kan wọ́n ń ṣe make proposal ni, tó bá kèmí àtọmọ mi. A ní dádì ilẹ̀ yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ wọn, ìkà ni wọ́n gba ilẹ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọn. Mo gba ìran gbọ́ but mi ò lè sinmi lé ìran. Mi ò wádìí much nípa ẹ̀ but mo pè wọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bíi pé irú ìrìn wo lẹ ti rìn, ibo lẹ ti rìn sí, ṣùgbọ́n nípa ẹnu ìyàwó mo gbọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. Tó yẹ pé nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ rí ni báyìí lè bá dẹ̀ ṣe o, tó yẹ pé nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ rí ni oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ ló ti sọ fún mi. Ó wá sọ wá di ọ̀rẹ́ bíi pé ó ń sọ àṣírí, bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyẹn mò ń wo irú ẹbí wo lọ́mọ mi ti lọ rajà yìí. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ kan, ẹ̀yà kí n sọ̀kan náà àwọn àṣírí tó sọ fún mi. Dádì a lọ gbàdúrà níbì kan, wọ́n sọ pé ọmọ yín yẹn pé irú yẹn wo ni bàbá ẹ̀, pé ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run sọ pé ògo tí adámọ́ bàbá yẹn pé bàbá yẹn yọ̀ǹda ògo yẹn fún ọmọ yẹn. Ẹnu ìyàwó yẹn mo ti gbọ́ pé ẹni yẹn sọ pé bàbá yẹn pé ẹni tí yẹ kẹ́ ẹ tọ́jú ni o, pé bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀. So ó jẹ́ àwọn nǹkan tí mò ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu ọmọ yẹn, mo wá tún fẹ́ gbọ́ sí i kí wàá ní nǹkan tí ẹ wá ṣe. So gbogbo àwọn kan wọ̀nyẹn ó fà á tí àfijọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti wá débi àwọn ìwàsí kó kúrò nílé 3 days kó ní òun rí text message lórí fóònù ọkọ òun kó bínú kúrò nílé. Wọ́n wí pé bí a star ìgbà wo ni text message ò lè wọlé? Àwọn tó fẹ́ pọ̀, text message àwa wọlé o mọ̀ wíṣù, o lè torí text message kó ẹrù kúrò nílé, o lè torí text message kúrò nílé fún 3 days. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ pé ọmọbìnrin yìí ó kàn ń wá wàwí nípa pé bàbá inú ó pọ́bìnrin wá, ṣe bí ìyá Mohbad inú lẹ́yìn láti jọ ń pàdé, ṣé mi mẹ́pọ̀ wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni? Àṣírí èwo ló tún fẹ́ mọ̀ bóyá mo níyàwó ńlé? Ok, ó pé lọ́dún méjì ibi tó fi ń tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ìyá Mohbad rèé, ṣùgbọ́n ìpinnu mi kò bá ṣe anything torí àwọn tó ti fojú mi rí. So gbogbo ilé ìtàn wá yẹn àwáwí ní ìgbà tí ọmọ yìí dé àkókò kan odidi ọdún méjì ló fi lọ gbalé fún màmá ẹ̀ pé dádì mi ẹ wà pẹ̀lú ìyá mi. Èmi ti ní ìpinnu, mo ti níyàwó ńlé. Now nígbà tọmọ yẹn wá bẹ̀ sí ń sun ẹkún yẹn mi ò jẹ́ kó jọ mí lójú, mo dúró sórí ọwọ́ mi torí pé mo ti pinnu pé mi ò padà sẹ́yìn. Ó wá tó àkókò kan mo wá lọ gbàdúrà lọ́dọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run kan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi gbàdúrà, àwọn kan báyìí òyì mò ń rí nípa ọmọ mi. Obìnrin wa sọ pé wọ́n ní ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run, ó wá béèrè kan tó dẹ́rù bà mí sá. Ẹ béèrè irú béèrè o. Ó ní ṣé mo fẹ́ jẹ nínú iṣẹ́ tí mo ṣe? Mo fẹ́ jẹ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi. Ó ní tí bá fẹ́ jẹ iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi, ó ní mo ti ilẹ̀kùn kan, ó ní mi ò ṣí. Irú ilẹ̀kùn wo? Ó ní mo kọ́lé kan pamọ́. Irú ilé kan ṣoṣo mo kọ́, mi ò kọ́lé kan pamọ́. Ó wá sọ ìtumọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn fún mi wípé ìyàwó tí mo fi sílẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé màá lọ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn tí mo tì tí mo dẹ̀ sọ pé mi ì ní ṣe ó ní ṣe mo fẹ́ jẹ iṣẹ́ tí mo fòwúrọ̀ mi ṣe àti dáhùn bínrin yẹn omi bọ́ lójú mi pé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ n bá pe ìyá Mohbad mi tó wà ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé lọ́dọ̀ ọmọ wa o mò ń sọ ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kó tó di pé ọmọ yẹn kú a fẹ́ pàdé jọ mo fẹ́ ṣí ilẹ̀kùn tí mo ti ṣó fẹ́ pe àwọn wòlíì ẹ̀ ni àbópa àwọn tí ó bá yẹ kó mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ ó ní kò sí problem bá ṣílẹ̀kùn yìí jọ ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń fọwọ́ gbáyà fún mi nù tó ń bá máa lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọmọ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta mọ́tò tí mo ní mo fẹ́ rà yẹn wọ́n á gbé wá fún mi báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé mo fẹ́ ra mọ́tò ọmọ mi ni mò ń bá sọ pé iṣẹ́ kámẹ́tà tí mò ń ṣe mọ́tò tí mo lè máa fi kó ẹrù kó lè rọ̀ mí lọ́rùn ó dẹ̀ ti wà nípò ẹ̀ ọmọ yìí ò dáhùn kòdéṣàn ni ò dáhùn ìyá ẹ̀ àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni ìjẹ́ ó dáhùn sí ìyá wa fọwọ́ gbáyà fún mi sáà nígbà tó máa di ijọ́ kẹta wọ́n gbé mọ́tò yẹn dé àṣà àwọn balógun pàṣíà tí ò jẹ́ kádùúrà àgbàre mo wá rìn tìfúnra olúwa ṣé ibi tí o gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gbà ní mo tún fa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kan ló ṣe lọ ó ṣe kúkú rìn lẹ́ẹ̀mejì bóyá màá tún rí míì gbà ń bẹ̀ mo wá fà mọ́ra kí lẹ́ni ká ṣe náà ṣe náà fẹ́ ṣe marriage mo ti gbọ́ sà kì í ṣe gbogbo ẹni tó rìn lórí ilẹ̀ ní òsí lọ́gbà ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹlòmíín fẹsẹ̀ rìn inú ẹ̀wọ̀n ló wà kí ọmọ mi ní owó kó má lè ìyá ẹ̀ máa gba mílíọ̀nù 5 million nígbà mo débi tán náà gba ṣọ́ọ̀bù mẹ́ta sí ìwọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù mẹ́ta ṣé o ti maintain ṣọ́ọ̀bù kan kó tó gbé ṣọ́ọ̀bù mẹ́ta ṣé o ti fi 500,000 ṣòwò rí kó tó máa san pa 20 million ohun tí ò yí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nìyẹn àwọn àdọ́tẹ́ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń bi lá ṣé o ti experience ẹ̀ rí wọ́n ti mọ irú ọ̀rọ̀ tó máa bá lẹ́nu mi òun gan mọ̀ náà fi gbégbá tẹ̀yìn mi wọ́n ṣe gbogbo tó fẹ́ ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́run tó ní agbára owó ni mò ń sìn owó náà wà dà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bíbélì sọ pé ohun tí a kò bá jìyà fún yorùbá náà sọ wọn ní kì í tọ́jọ́ ṣó jìyà fún ṣó tọ́jú ọmọ ṣó mọ iléèwé tọmọ ẹ lọ kó fi ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ ẹ̀wọ̀n nígbà tó wà níléèwé òun gbóúnjẹ wá o mi ò ń parọ́ mọ́ yàn kò mọ iléèwé tí ọmọ yẹn lọ òun fọmọ lówó mọ́tò bí wọ́n bá lọ fógún ọdún ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo ló tó máa bá o. ẹ ṣe ṣe rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo gbọ́dọ̀ dúró torí ìhà tí èmi àtọmọ yẹn kọ síra wa ìyẹn ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni torí ohun tó fi sílẹ̀ ó ní tí mo bá kú wọn ò lè pa gbogbo ẹbí òun ọmọ yìí wọ́n dẹ̀ gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ní tòótọ́ ẹbí ẹ̀ wo ló wá kù ṣé kèmí bàbá ẹ̀ wá rìn dín ní DNA ó wà in the motive of ohun tó pa ọmọ mi ṣé pé tó bá ti ń sàn pa DNA yẹn ó máa ń fọ́ mi lórí DNA ó wà ọ̀rọ̀ ṣì ń bọ̀ nípa yẹn ó wà pẹ̀lú ohun tó pa ọmọ yẹn a máa sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi dádì bí mo ṣe ríre o a tó ra sáyé sọ fún mi kó tó di wípé iyẹ̀ tó ra èmi mo bí Mohbad orúkọ mi ló ń jẹ́ ẹni tó yẹ kó béèrè ò sí láyé bàbá ẹ̀ dẹ̀ wà láyé orúkọ mi náà ló dẹ̀ ṣì ń jẹ́ o ó yẹ kí n lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ lábẹ́ òfin number 1 number 2 DNA tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí ó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú ikú tó pa ọmọ yẹn ṣe pé ó di méjì rísì tí mo fún yín ẹ jẹ́ n dúró bẹ́ẹ̀ mo sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jáde pé tí wọ́n bá ṣe DNA màá rí traces pé ibi tí kú ọmọ yìí ti wá nì so dídán ni wọ́n máa ṣòro ìdílé fún ni ṣe pé ní àti ìdílé lọ́hùn àwọn gan bínú pé kán gbọ́mọ yẹn wálé ṣe pé èmi ni pásítọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn wọn kò sọ̀rọ̀ síta nígbà tó máa kọ́ máa sọ pé ilé tí ó wà nílùú wa bàbá yẹn ṣe lọ parí ẹ̀ ó ṣe abẹ́yìn orí yẹn ní online wọ́n ní mo ṣe lọ kọ́ mansion síbẹ̀ ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi wòlíì tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa yẹn òun ló kọ́ ilé yẹn tí ò gbowó tí ò gbà kọ́bọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni owó ilé yẹn palẹ̀ ó kọ́ between 3 months Mohbad ò tí kú nígbà tó ti parí ilé yẹn nígbà tó máa wí sìn wọ́n bá àtàṣe fíjọ mi pé àwọn tí bàbá fowó yìí ń ṣe rèé o láti mú àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ olólùfẹ́ láti kékan padà pé tí bàbá ń fowó cash out ni àwọn tí ò dẹ̀ mọ̀ dí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń dẹ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi àwọn náà ti wá gbàgbé pé aṣáǹsọ náà bàbá yẹn ti lo mọ́tò tí mò ń lò ṣé mi ni mo rà á ṣebí ẹni tó sọ pé òun fẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ́ mi lọ́lọ́run sọ pé òun máa sọ́dọ̀ ayẹyẹ ẹnìkan ló yà mí nígbà tí mo ti lu abọ náà ni o bá yà mí bí tí mo ti ń sí bàbá Mohbad inside public box ni ọmọ òyìnbó kan bá rí i pé àṣé bàbá Mohbad ò ní mọ́tò ó bá ní kó lọ gbé mọ́tò fún mi wọ́n fẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ́ mi ni ọlọ́run ló sọ́dọ̀ ayẹyẹ now bí wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ pé mo kọ́ mansion ọlọ́run tí mò ń sìn á kọ́ mansion yẹn fún mi kò lè bọ́ sí gbangba sí kó sọ pé owó ibi èèlò ni owó díẹ̀ ni 200,000 fúnra mi mo lè kó fún torí àwọn ọmọ tí Mohbad sọ pé tán bá pa wọn lè pa gbogbo ẹbí òun àwọn ẹbí yẹn wà lẹ́yìn mi tí bá sọ pé ẹjọ́ o nǹkan báyìí mo fẹ́ ṣe ìṣẹ́jú ọ̀nà máa fi fún mi tẹ́nìkan bá lè kó sùsùn kó gbé odidi mọ́tò fún mi èèlò ni owó díẹ̀ ni ọkọ̀ ń wá àtàmọ̀ láti ṣe. ojú mo gbọ́dọ̀ fojú tó bá ń tàn mí mi gbọ́dọ̀ tanra mi ìyẹn mo sọ pé ó lè mú ibi tó wù ú kémi mú ibi tó wù mí tó bá ti bára wọn mu àti ṣẹ́gun tá à ń sọ but láìsí mi bẹ̀ láìsí pé mo sọ pé báyìí kò sí èyí tí wọ́n ṣe tó ṣiṣẹ́ torí mo jẹ́ aṣojú fún àwọn ẹbí tó kù láti sọ fún mi pé a ti rí di òtítọ́ ọmọ wa ni o simple. ó máa ṣe tí ò bá wá ṣe ó lágbára ju ìjọba lọ nìyẹn so tó bá yẹ pé ó lágbára ju ìjọba lọ ó lè má ṣe ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yẹ pé agbára kan ìjọba kan ló ń darí wa ó pọn dandan mo gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ and lábẹ́ òfin gan right ọmọ yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bàbá ẹ̀ náà ṣọmọ mi ni ṣọmọ ọmọ mi ni ìbéèrè mi ò béèrè pé ìbéèrè méjì mo béèrè báyìí kí ló pa ọmọ yìí mo fẹ́ mọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Liam bóyá ọmọ tèmi ni èmi kọ́ mo sọ ń Liam Victor mo fẹ́ sọ ọ́ pé wọ́n yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ ibi tí ara fúnra yẹn ti ń dé nìyẹn ìmẹ̀ tó sọ ọ́ orúkọ tán gbé wá jìnnàjìnnà nìyẹn wọ́n ní orúkọ ti tán lẹ̀ nígbà tí mo fẹ́ sọ lórúkọ Victor mo fẹ́ sọ ọmọ mi wọ́n ní orúkọ ti tán lẹ̀ jẹ́ sọ lórúkọ Christian ni wọ́n ní ti ń jẹ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ light mi pé mi ò fi dé ìgbóyìnbó púpọ̀ wọ́n máa pé light ìmọ́lẹ̀ ó wà nínú bíbélì náà mo ṣe yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn o.
ṣé ọmọ yín sọ.
ẹ ṣe rí mi ò tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mi ò fúnra sí ẹnikẹ́ni tẹ́ bá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu mi ṣùgbọ́n nínú sísọ̀rọ̀ sí ìyá ọmọ yẹn ibẹ̀ ni mo ti mọ̀ pé àṣé ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ sọ̀kan fún yín nígbà tá a dé corona wọ́n ní what happened between you and your husband father wọ́n ní since when I decided not to give them placenta since then yabi so ta lè gbé placenta fún lóòótọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ mi ó pè mí ibi ọmọ yẹn o àdúgbò yìí ni wọ́n bí ọmọ yẹn sísà ní gíǹtì bí máa gbé bí ọmọ bọ̀ o torí island tẹ́yìn gbé gbogbo bẹ̀ náà ti tiles kò síbi tán lè gbé kan rí bí ọmọ sí ó dẹ̀ pé ọmọ mi olóhùn bọ̀ láàrin 15 minutes wọ́n dáadé wọ́n ti gbà wọ́n ti ṣe wẹ́ nígbà tẹ́mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ń fi ṣe torí mo ti gbàgbé ẹ̀ but nígbà tó wá tẹnu ìyàwó jáde pé torí pé wọ́n gbé placenta sílẹ̀ mo béèrè fún placenta yìí wọn ò gbé fún mi, that means ẹni tó ní ọmọ náà lọ gbé placenta yẹn fún. ṣe ti ibi tí ìfúnra ti ń bọ̀ àṣé ẹni tó lọ mọ ẹ lọ gbé placenta fún. ṣe ti ibi tí ìfúnra mi ti change nìyẹn. ẹlòmíì ṣe wàá lọ mú ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ti sọ nígbà tí kìíní wọn á gbé wá sí ṣe ti mọ ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ ti jáde nísìnyí pé àṣé bí ìrìn àjò yẹn ṣe rí.
So all through this journey, he said that he had to encourage himself by going to Bible school and all of that, because he also had that call on himself. Moreover, he did go to this theology school to enhance himself because he said, what should I give back to God? According to him, that am I usher? Am I choir? What should I give back to God for what he has done for me, for giving me this great gift of a child? In between this, he said because he would go for the theology school back and forth, go back to his carpentry job, somehow it seems this lacuna, a kind of space between himself and Mohbad's mother started coming slowly. So he said that he observed somehow that Mohbad's mother had become friendly with certain young men around their vicinity, that at times these people greet him in such a way that made him suspicious, like, what kind of illegal greeting is this? What kind of kind of mockery greeting is this? Like when one or two people or one person is benching your wife, or they know more of your secrets somehow. There is a way they say, so that you don't become suspicious of them. So they try to be friendly somehow. That is his own talk. It might be right. It might be wrong. It might be that he's just suspicious for nothing. I don't know. He said, after a while, he had this dream, that he has this gift to see dreams. So what he saw in this dream, he called Mohbad's mother and said, hey, babe, what's going on here? These are the things that I saw. Now, I'm kind of thinking, is it true to him, or is it really true? There are two types of things. Something might be true to you and it is not true. It is not the truth, you see? So it could be that he's just thinking of these things and it started coming up in his dreams. I don't know, but this is what he's saying. So he said, whatever dreams that he shares with Mohbad's mother will go meet other people, tell them the dream, and they will misinterpret the dream to mean that he is a promiscuous man, adulterer, that he has other women out there. That is why it is important to make sure that your dreams are not shared with the wrong person. So he said he became more suspicious of Mohbad's mother. And it seems both of them, they started having issues between themselves. I'm not going to tell you the story that Mohbad's mother shared. I've already talked about. I think I'll leave whatever she said at the end of the video. If you're interested, you will watch that part. So he said one day he went on a prayer mission. But when he got to the mountain, he heard a voice that said, your prayer has been answered. And he returned back home. When he got home, he did not meet Mohbad's mother at home. So, since he's suspicious of everything and all that is happening, he said he decided to take action. Now, I want you guys to process this yourself. So he said he went in and took Mohbad's mother's bags and luggages and dropped it at the corridor of their house, the corridor. So when Mohbad's mother came back, Mohbad's mother asked Mohbad was 5 years old then. Who came home? That was the question Mohbad's mother asked Mohbad. Mohbad said, Mr. Abayomi. Mr. Abayomi is one of the boys or guys or whatever it is, apprentice, that's the right word. One of the apprentices of Mohbad's father. And according to what Mohbad's father concluded, if you come home and you are not, guilty of anything, and you found your bags and everything at the corridor, you asked who came home, and they said Mr. Bayomi. He said the next thing Mohbad's mother started doing was screaming and howling, Abayomi has killed me. Abayomi has destroyed my life. So he became suspicious, like, oh, so it means that she is thinking that Abayomi must have told me where she went or called Mohbad's father. I don't think there is even a smartphone at that time that he had then. So somehow he must have given him the information. He said what he expected was for her to bring in a bag and say, how dare you put my bag out there? What do you mean putting my bags there? Like, confront him. But rather, she acted like she was guilty. So he said that whilst Mohbad's mother was screaming and shouting, those people that he had suspected back then, I mean, those boys, men around their street, guys around their street were now saying, how come he's just getting to know now? Is it today? So he doesn't know that things are happening. So he doesn't know. So he said after that day, he started hearing more rumors and secrets. And then he said, well, now I believe in my dreams and all that I was suspicious about. So she came back, obviously, to reconnect back to Mohbad's father, like, but the way she was dressed, according to him, Mohbad's father was dressed like Mohbad's mother. Sorry, she was dressed like the current fashion that was in vogue then. They had some music videos in those days. Mohbad's mom, I think she has found her freedom. She's no longer sharing money with Mohbad's father wherever she's getting money from. I could remember she said in her story that she had gone to buy the latest, fabric then, and she sold the fabric to make herself look good. Mohbad's father saw this. His heart came down, heavily landed on the floor like, no, 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 no. This woman is not submissive. She's still pompous after all that he had suspected or alleged that she had done. So he said a certain time, Mohbad's mother said that Mohbad is sick. So when he went there, that is to their grandma's house, after Mohbad's mother had left with the children, when he went there, he saw Mohbad. Now, I'm going to connect that to what Mohbad's mother said, that Mohbad was always sick. And they said that Mohbad needed to see his father. Well, he said he just went to a shop, bought football, and threw it at Mohbad. Mohbad started playing football, and the sickness of a thing disappeared. That was it. He said from that day onward, he moved his children, Mohbad's elder sister, Mohbad, and the Adura that said Mohbad's father is not his father anymore. So in between this, a lot of things happened. They tried to mediate between them, but it seems Mohbad's mother has grown. How these things are. You meet a lady that seems not to know a lot of things, and all of a sudden you think that lady will remain, ignorant all through. But she became wild. She sort of grew, and she started acting on her own accord. That's exactly what I think happened here. So after 1 year, Mohbad's father said he got entangled with another woman, like married another woman. Now, let us go to the marriage aspect. He said as a father and as a civilized person, he cannot choose a wife for Mohbad. And he said that all he believes he should do is to direct them, both man and woman. And the reason why he decided to sit back a bit and watch is because Mohbad had grown to a particular age and he wanted him to discover life bit by bit in his own way. And Mohbad has now started fending for himself. He had his means of taking care of himself. Apart from aside the previous challenges that they had when Mohbad was in school and he didn't have a lot of money to take care of Mohbad and issues here and there. He said, but he wasn't comfortable with Wunmi and Mohbad because it's like both of them are like cat and rat. Always conflict, complain every time, calls here and there. This has happened. And he was also like looking at it this way. Why is this happening? He said, okay, let me keep looking. Let me keep observing, even though he was not happy. Now, to clarify the aspect of pregnancy and the so-called introduction that turned to engagement miraculously, Wumi was pregnant. So we get that clear. Wumi was pregnant. It was that pregnancy that Wumi used as a kind of pull to get Mohbad to do the traditional, what's it called? Native customs and native law and customs, to go and do that one, not the registry marriage. Now, he said he was interested in this introduction because he needed to meet the family of Wumi. He needs to know, where is this girl coming from? What kind of child is this? Like, he needed to meet with them and also report some of the character and attitude of Wumi to them. So he went on talking about the land. I'm sure I must have told you guys the story surrounding that several times. We've dealt with it, so we'll not go into it again. How Wumi's family cornered Mohbad into buying property. Not property, land, some acres of land. How they took money for more. Like, I think they said they were going to sell him 6 acres. He paid for that. But there are no documents and he cannot even locate where he bought that land. So he said that he called the father, alleged father of Wumi. Let's just say father of Wumi, because we don't care who the father of Wumi is. That he kept calling the man to resolve this issue of the land bought and all of that. But he just didn't get the clarity of it. It's as if they took money from Mohbad and there is no existing land. One day, the man blocked him. That is Wumi's father, blocked him. He couldn't access to him on phone anymore. Now, let us go deeper. So he said all through this journey, he was trying to find a kind of leverage between Wumi and Mohbad and sort of bring them together as friends with himself, so that all of these ups and downs and issues will just, die off and all of that. So he got to a point, he said to himself, okay, let me connect to Wumi. By so doing, maybe I'll be able to bring peace. I'll be able to broker peace. And now that it seems this is what my son wants, let me continue. But he realized that Wumi and Mohbad, both of them, they have gone far. I mean, very far. What do I mean? I'll break it down. To those who said that, oh, Mohbad does not have this, Mohbad does not have, yes, Mohbad had places that he goes to. Wumi had even more places that she goes to. I'm talking about where she goes for spiritual consultation, divination. Wherever it is that they can get connected to some spirit to reveal things to them or to do whatever it is. He said Wumi's leg is longer than long. That Wumi has gone to different places. He said he won't frown or make Wumi suspicious when Wumi is telling him a lot of things. That he confided, that he made Wumi so comfortable that Wumi confided in him, thinking that they are all together. They are all in the same boat. Like we are family. We are together. We do all this consultation and diabolic things. So he said one of the things that Wumi told him that made him know that Wumi has gone far seeking for information and that they know more about Mohbad. One day she said to him, we went to a place. She went to a place, not himself and Mohbad, that she had gone to a place and she was told that the father of Mohbad has passed down or offered or relinquished, that's the best word, relinquished what he should have been, the star in him, to Mohbad, to make sure that Mohbad excel. So when he heard this, he's like, what kind of talk is this? Where did this girl hear this from? There is something sinister about this kind of girl. Like, this girl is wise. No wise. Wise is a better thing. Cunning. That this girl is from the trenches, and she's even the trenches. Like, that kind of street wise girl. And he told himself inside, I mean, he thought about this. He said it to himself like, where did my son get this kind of goods? Where did my son go to shop for this kind of goods? This one is called bad market. This is disaster. This girl is wild. This girl has gone all over the places. This one will be a dangerous one. So, having heard so many of these things, he was trying to balance it up like, okay, let me see how far this will go. If both of them have conflict, Mohbad and Wunmi will claim that she saw text message on Mohbad's phone and it could be a lady, and Wunmi will leave the house for like 3 months, 2 months, or she will leave the house for like 3 days. So Mohbad wanted his father and his mother to be together. Mohbad went to get rent a house for his mom somewhere and said, Dad, can you move over to this house and live with my mom as husband and wife? But he said he wasn't comfortable with Mohbad's mother anymore, that he felt like this kind of woman cannot be trusted. Now, I want you guys to know that Mohbad's mom had gotten married to someone else, got 2 kids for that person, but you will never, hear about it. I mean, all through the story, you will never hear about her own journey. And I think her journey is not so fruitful, meaning she did not really give birth to that promised child like Mohbad. Things didn't really work where she went. Mohbad's father too was not happy because he already had a wife at home. So how can he now leave this other wife at home and start joining with your mom, throw the other woman away, and another story starts again? And moreover, he wasn't even sure if his life is safe with Mohbad's mother. So all through this journey, he said he was reluctant to engage Mohbad's mother back. Like, I don't think I want to be in the life of this woman again. I don't want her to be in my life anymore. He said he had made his decision and all of that. So all through this time, he said, things were just going as it was. So one day he went to one of these prayer mountains and he met one of the elder or the prophetess or whoever there, the spiritual head of that particular place. And he said, can you guys help me pray on this matter? I'm having issues in my mind about my son and how things are. And the spiritual person said to him, do you want to reap the fruit of your labor? If you want to, there is a door that you have locked. And he said, what door? And the spiritualist made it clear that you have to reconnect back to Mohbad's mother if you want to reap the fruit of your labor. This is what prompted him to want to re-engage back with Mohbad's mother. So now, when they say a door is locked and you have to open it, in the sense that he's saying it, well, I'm going to break it down to you guys. So when the prophetess said you have locked a door and you have refused to open it, it means that Mohbad's father must la pio pio, according to Mohbad's lyric. So Mohbad's father called Mohbad's mother and said, let's meet at my son's house. So they met there and he said to her, do you want to call your spiritualist if you have them? Because I have gone for prayers and I think there are certain things that needs to be done. Right. I mean, we have to reconnect ourselves back again. I want to open the door. That is, this life is full of mystery, eh? This life is full of mystery. That's why whoever you engage with, however you engage with that person, you have to be careful. This life is deep. There are a lot of destinies that are tied in certain ways, connected in certain ways. So he said he now went to open the door that he refused, and he said he was not going to open because of what had happened between them. So he went to la pio pio. So after they finished lying the pio pio, the charger connected. Yes, the charger connected to the blue the Bluetooth connected. That is it. So Mohbad's mother now told Mohbad's father, beating her chest with full confidence, saying, you see, there is this truck that you said you want, By the time I go to your son's house, that is Mohbad, 2 or 3 times, you will have it. He was taken aback, like, how do you know I was going to buy, as I needed a truck, and I was thinking Mohbad was going to get the truck. How did you know this? Like, can you break it down? He said he was shocked. That's because he did not know the strength, the power, the reach of Mohbad's mother. He thought that he was in control. He thought that he's on top of the matter. That's the thing you have to learn as human beings. We all need to learn this. You see, children will always connect with that particular part of them that was not there, because they don't know. Mohbad's mother has not reprimanded Mohbad before. Mohbad has not seen the bad side of his mom, because his mom left when he was young. But he knows all of the loophole, the weakness, the strength, the everything of his father. Mohbad's mother now is like a new person. So there's always this thing about listening to that new person in your life. And that new person will want to impress you. And being a woman, she's still going to use that thing that women use. She's going to be cunning with you as a man, regardless of if you are the son. He's going to manipulate you with, no problem. It is the same thing. It doesn't matter if the person is your mother, your wife, your sister. They are going to tap into that thing that they have, that the society has encouraged till today. Look at what happened when Mohbad passed away. They neglected Mohbad's father. He was alive, visible in Mohbad's life. But that person that was not visible, that was, immediately she made one video, I'm alive. That's it. The governor of Lagos State went to visit. Wunmi, the transformer, the prime suspect, checks all over the place. Do you know that a pastor, a male, a man, what's he called? Jeremiah Omotufufu in Christ Mercy Land. A pastor, or is it prophet, a seer, did not call a man like himself, Mohbad's father, to hand over check or to speak to him. Rather, invited Wunmi and Mohbad's mother over to give them check, to hand over check to them, maybe somewhere in Delta State. Well, maybe he had called Mohbad's father and he said he's not ready to collect check or be with them when they are collecting the 10 million naira check. Let's proceed. So, according to Mohbad's father, he said he later got to realize, maybe this is his opinion, or maybe, I don't know. He said Mohbad did not respond to his demand to have, or his request to have him, have a truck to help him in his carpentry job. And he believes that it is Mohbad's mother and Wunmi that are behind this Mohbad's refusal to honor his request, even though both of them had gone through the process, the stress. The thing is this, I'll put this in, I will chip it in. You see, at times you might think you are trying to make your children happy, but like if you have this separated home, separated parents, not home necessarily, separated parent, you might think you are trying to make your children happy, you love them, you are sacrificing more for them so that when they grow older, they will realize that you did a lot. No, you don't understand these things. These children didn't ask to be born. It takes maybe a few of them to sit back and reason properly and say, no, this is the right approach. I'm going to take care of this person that did more for me. But in the case of Mohbad's father and mother, it's not as if Mohbad's mother just took her bag and left. Conflict, issues happened. That's what happened. So Mohbad probably processed this differently, like, look at this man. Yes, I know you did all of this, but if you had wanted my mom to stay, and let's say all these things happen, I wanted you guys to stick together and live together and chase this other woman away in your house. Very difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. So he said, exactly as Mohbad's mother promised, after Mohbad's father la pio pio and the Bluetooth connected, in 3 days, same, exactly as she promised, the truck arrived. Now, is this a lesson that Mohbad's father, it's just that it's difficult for him, a lot of difficult things for him to do. If Mohbad's father aligns with Mohbad's mother, Wunmi will go scot-free. She will not be the prime suspect anymore. But he will be financially good at the expense of the demise of his son, at the expense of justice for Mohbad. He will be financially fine. We will not even have these screams of justice in this way. They will be together and we will never get to the root of it. In fact, DNA would not be anything, because it will be strange if they are together going around collecting check, spending money, enjoying Baku's tonic wine, cocktail. We will not be talking of DNA. Women will be so happy bringing a child that is not Mohbad's. That is what Mohbad's mother wanted. Like, hey, listen, let's calm this thing down. Regardless, let's take it down. Let's collect the money. Let's enjoy this money. Let us flow with the money. But this man is like, no, we have to do the right thing. And we cannot do the right thing by facing the wrong direction. It is not possible. Wow. Let me go to the next part. So Mohbad's father now said to himself, so these are the prince of Persia, the prince of Persia that blocked my heaven from opening. He said he became suspicious. He now started moving, like with serious, conscious, and smart steps. So he said, so only one time I connected my Bluetooth. I put in my charger and I got a truck in 3 days. It's better I go again the second time, because if I go the second time and maybe if I continue going, my heavens will open and flood me. In fact, my cup will be overflowing with goodness and mercy. So he started saying yes, yes ma, yes dear, yes ma, yes mommy to Mohbad's mother. They said that they want marriage to be done. He said, why not? Marriage is good. I am in for marriage. He now put his into it. He said, it is not everybody walking on the surface of this earth that is free, that is not tied up in chains. He said he was locked and tied up. He was like a prisoner in chains. He couldn't make his own decision because the prince of Persia are ready to block his heavens from opening. Now, he said, Mohbad will give his mom 5 million naira. That's like present day exchange rate. I don't know how much it is. Check that in your exchange rate. Mohbad's mom will be giving 5 million naira. Mohbad opened 3 mini supermarkets for his mom. One to sell fish, like frozen items, fish, beef. One for clothes, one for soft drinks and liquor. And he was like, when he went there, he said he was surprised. And he asked himself, how is this possible? How can this be possible? And he said he has not even gotten 500,000 naira. Nothing. Now, I'll add this. I'm kind of thinking that Mohbad did not want to give too much to his father because he does not want another woman to reap or enjoy the fruit of his own labor. Like, if I give my father too much, he will definitely share this with that other woman and that woman's children and all of that. And this is not possible. My mother is alive. I would rather give this to my mother and give less to him, because my mom, visibly, he can't see his mom with another man, but he can see his father with another woman. And I will take you guys now back to what the spiritualist told Mohbad's father. Then, if you want to eat from the fruit of your labor, go and open that door. And when you open the door, I think they did not tell him and they expected him to know that when you open that door, make sure that that door remains open. In fact, if it is possible for you to put a wager or something to make sure that the door remains open for you to get your way, do it. Do it. So he said he was sort of not comfortable. Like, how can you give your mom 20 million naira? That's equivalent to maybe $26,000, something like that range. How can you give this to this woman that has not done business before, that has not even started with 3 million, 4 million, and then you progress? Like, what's happening? What is going on here? Maybe Mohbad's father believes that Mohbad was also under a spell from his mother. It is possible. There is nothing that is impossible. Particularly, I'll take you guys to this. I'm not saying it cannot be done naturally. Don't get me wrong. I've talked about how it could be naturally. It is also possible because Mohbad's father at the beginning, at the onset was trying to cut Mohbad's mother from connecting to Mohbad and Wunmi. In fact, we heard that Mohbad was forced and Wunmi was forced to treat Mohbad's mother poorly because of the personal issue between father and mother. Yes. So maybe the woman had gone to seek for spiritual assistance, and it is easy. She doesn't need to stress. The way the magic or the spiritual work will manifest, it is going to be extraordinary because this is your son. There is a great, huge, big connection between both of you. So here, Mohbad's father is saying emphatically that DNA must be done because that child cannot be Aloba without him being the man that passed down the name to Mohbad that is no longer alive, down to Liam, and that child, he did not name that child. That when he was sidelined, in fact, when he gave name to that child, they said, no, that name cannot be given to that child. And about the lies that he used money from Mohbad, justice for Mohbad, to build house or to renovate house in his village, in his hometown, said all of these things are lies. That he is a pastor and he has dedicated his life to God. If he is to go via other spiritual, use of idols and deities to get justice or to confirm if that child is Mohbad's son, said that is not what he wants. Now, he said that house that they saw renovated, the house is like one old school house anyway. He said it is that his elder brother that prophesied about Mohbad that built that house. So if Wunmi is stronger, more influential than the government, then DNA will not be done. It's as simple as that. But if Wunmi is also subject to the law, this DNA is a must. Justice for Mohbad.